All right, we're back. We're on for another weekly lesson of high value English. This is number 29, really getting far along in this series. And luckily, this week is, I think it's easier to understand, but it is a very, I think, native style of speaking. But I don't really have a good name for this lesson. I just call it special verbs. And but before that, let's review a little bit. Let's say the verb to be, maybe the most important verb we have is usually we don't see this form to be. Usually it's conjugated or changed to am, are, is, was, were, sometimes just be. And so really early lesson how to use this, I say it's one of its main jobs is with adjectives, right? So for example, I am happy. I think that means I equal happy right now. Or today was very cold, or your new, let's say my new car was expensive, right? So all these adjectives, that's one of the main jobs of this verb be, and then after that, whenever you have another verb, for example, let's use the car. My car drives so smooth. Now that I do understand what you mean. Of course, you mean the driving is, it's not bumpy, it's very smooth. But we should say is smoothly. So adverbs is all other verbs, adjectives to be, which we know are right here in these forms here. All right. Let's just do more here. So let's say my dog runs, quickly when she is hungry. All right. So both versions here. She runs quickly when she is hungry. All right. We'll say, and then she eats hungrily. Okay. So that means the how she eats or the way she eats is, I'm very hungrily. That's what we should say. Okay, so these verbs here, she is hungry, runs quickly. Okay, so that's my usual way to teach the separation of adjectives, adverbs. Sure, native people, again, like this case, Mike, wow, your car drives so smooth. Native people will say that, but that is actually incorrect. Should be words like smoothly. Same things again, like let's say, we were so happy in Hawaii. Okay, or another version might be, the children sang happily on Christmas Eve, we'll say. All right, so two different styles right there. But now we get to this week's topic, which are these special verbs, because these verbs can attach to the adjectives, and they are look, sound, smell, taste, feel, and one more is seem. So these are using your human senses to communicate the it's the adjective or the description of something by your sense, by the sense. Okay, for example, oh, this pizza looks delicious. Okay, so that means by using my eyeballs, my eyes are looking at a pizza, it goes into my brain and I can understand, oh, it looks, it probably is delicious when I eat it, but I haven't eaten it yet. Let's say I got examples. This is say, oh man, my new bed was very expensive, but it feels let's say lumpy. All right, so that means there's kind of bumps in the bed, or lumps. That's what that's called. It feels lumpy. Okay, so it was expensive, adjective, but it feels lumpy. Okay. Wow. After your singing lessons, your voice sounds so nice. Okay, so by my ears, your voice, nice. Feels, looks, okay. Or, what's wrong? You seem angry. Okay, so in this case, seem is maybe the strangest one. It means kind of all the senses together. Just, it could be, it's just that, well, to seem, it means, by all human senses together. Okay. All right. Let's say, oh, the restaurant seemed great from the outside, but the food was terrible. Okay, so we looked at the restaurant. Oh, it seemed by everything, by the look and sound, everything together, but we ate it. It was terrible. It was not good. All right. I really recommend, try to make your own examples of these. Try doing all of them. So look, feel, sound, taste. Let's see. This chicken soup tastes better than my mother's finish. Better than my mother's recipe, or better than my mother's, for example. So tastes. The taste is more good, better than my mother's. All right. So that, I think that's pretty easy to understand. Just start attaching, adjectives. And I think, this is where you can really, get to a higher level where you have certain combinations. The bed was expensive, but it feels lumpy. Okay. Yes. Let's do more combination like that. Let's see, our Hawaiian vacation, let's see, was very luxurious. Okay, but the food tasted, tasted mediocre. Okay, so that means it was luxurious, so the whole experience was of luxury. The food tasted mediocre. Mediocre means like middle, or not special, not bad, but in the middle. All right. So maybe that could be a good challenge to try to think of these two-part A-B style sentences. Okay, but now we got to go to another one, which is called style, I think, number 2, where we're going to use the special verbs plus the word like, and then a noun here. So here we go. So let's say, again, same thing. So let's see. Now, like. This is a native people often use this word. Sometimes we use it too much. Young people, like teenagers, when I was a teenager, I said like a lot because it really conveniently joins two ideas together, meaning they are they're not equal, but they're similar, or there's some kind of connection between them. So, yeah, often you hear people say like, but I try not to say it so much anymore. Let's see. So, wow. So let's say I went to my daughter's dance recital, and she danced. Let's see, like an we'll say an angel. Okay, so oh, whoops. Oh no, dance is not one of those. Whoops. Let's take that out. Well, yeah, we'll say voice recital. She sounded. There we go. I guess because I didn't want to use singing again, but yeah, that is the example. Sounded like, and here's a noun here, an angel. So that really does, put two ideas together. So daughter, and then, sounds, and then angel, right? That's basically what we're communicating here. We're not really saying she is an angel. It's more light. It's more, I don't know. It's more light. It's not so equalizing, I guess. Let's see if I can do this. Make some original ones here. Let's see. You're cooking. Let's see. Your lasagna tastes just like my mother's recipe. Okay, did I do that before? No. Yeah, okay, so yeah. Tastes just like, maybe we'll save that for later. We'll say tastes like my mother's recipe. So the taste is similar to, or has a strong connection, is very similar to another recipe. Let's see. Oh man, it feels like Christmas. Okay, so that means, yeah, you go outside, there's a certain feeling in the air, you just, the weather, everything together, the season, it feels, today like Christmas. All right, try to do some more. Seemed like, your new boyfriend really seems like a nice guy. Okay, so that means I met your boyfriend maybe one time or just recently, and I just have a sense, yeah, good guy, nice guy, seems like. Okay, he is a nice guy. That means that's maybe too strong. Like, well, it means I don't know him so well, so he seems like a nice guy. Sounded like, tastes like. If I can do some more here, feels like, seems like, sounds. What are the other ones? Smells like. Oh. Disneyland smells like my grandmother's kitchen. Now, what does that mean? Those are very different ideas there. It's because at Disneyland, when you go, and at least in California, they will put out a smell of vanilla going all across the street to kind of make you, smells like cookies, smells like something cake, someone's making cake. So that's part of their experience at Disneyland. You go there, it smells like, suddenly I have a memory of my grandmother's kitchen. So yeah, those are pretty, very different ideas there. Sounded like, tastes like, feels like. Okay, so these are all other nouns here: kitchen, guy, recipe, angel. But another level, let's see if we can do it. Another level is where you can use these sounds like, seems like, to compare or connect it to a whole another idea completely. Let's say I spoke to my sister on the phone, and it seemed like she wanted to she wanted to tell me something important. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I spoke to my sister on the phone. Right, I got it. And it means this call seemed like what? Now I'm pointing to a feeling or a sense of the sister, that she wanted to tell me something, right? So now I'm, inside this sentence is another sentence where I'm imagining she has some secret or some important message she wanted to say, but she didn't say. She didn't say, but she didn't. Okay. Let's see. That's a good one. This. Let's say this park. Let's see. Going to let's say my son's baseball game. Okay. Going to my son's baseball game. Sounds like. So now the sounds of the game come into my mind when. Sounds like when I, used to, play with my friends when I was a young boy. All right. So yeah, I kind of improvised this one, but I think you can understand. Going to my son's baseball games, we'll say games, sounds like when I used to play with my friends. So this is kind of a clumsy example, but I think you can see. So now in the present, going to the baseball game makes a memory that I have to explain. Sounds like when I used to, in the past, yes, now, no, play with my friends when I was a young boy. So, time travel back in time to, a long time ago, you can create with this style. Let's see, do some more. We did seems like, sounds like. Let's do felt like. We'll say yesterday's party felt like. Okay. The party yesterday, the feeling felt like everybody already knew each other, and I was a stranger, maybe, yeah, that's enough. Okay, so yesterday's party felt like, the feeling was what? Okay, in there, my feeling was everybody already knew each other. They're all friendly, already friends, and I was a stranger. So, maybe that's true. Maybe I don't know anybody, but I'm trying to communicate the feeling, which is, only in my mind. Everybody already knew each other, and I was a stranger. And I was a stranger, alone in the corner. Okay, so again, it's not saying it was that. I'm not saying that. It was I was alone. No, the feeling was everybody very friendly, me alone. That was the feeling. All right. Anyway, yeah, this is pretty tricky things. I want to make some originals because it is pretty challenging. Okay. But anyway, I do mainly recommend, these ones. Just practice attaching those adjectives to these verbs, looks, feels, sounds, and then if you can, attach these noun versions. And then the next part are these another entire sentence or story or memory attaching to the feeling or sound or sense or taste. And should I do this too? Maybe that's enough. Yeah, that's probably enough. Okay, so maybe this is a pretty tough topic, but basically, yeah, just first of all, start with the special verbs plus the adjectives. That's probably a good place to start. And then just continue from there. All right. And yeah, I recommend make your own original sentences. Try to put them in the comments, and I'll try to help you there. And I'll see you in the next video.